It's working. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm so happy because I was trying to get this stream to work for like 10 minutes and it wouldn't connect. So now it seems like it is connecting. Yay. So guys, let me know if you can't hear me. Seems like my voice is pretty low. There's one person in here. So let me know how it sounds. Okay. Oh, 4 people. Okay, guys, tell me, can you hear me okay right now? I hope so. I kind of actually didn't expect it to connect. Prepared. Kima 1980, what's up? Happiness Sparkles. Hey, it was so nice to meet you on your channel the other day. Says hi. Kima 1980 says it sounds perfect. So awesome. Okay, so guys, I got some notes. Hi Alexis. Hi Taylor. What's up, guys? So just this weekend, my sister told me about this boycott that they're having over Coachella. And apparently I'm like the last person I've heard about this because it's been going on for a while. And last year, I guess, was like maybe it kind of reached like a lot of popularity. So let me tell you what the purpose is. And I'm not here to tell you like you should boycott it or you shouldn't. But I just want to talk about it because I was just shocked when I heard that the person who owns basically all of Coachella is basically a super right-wing billionaire. He's one of the top top 30 billionaires in our country in America. And he's given a lot of that money from all of the events that he's created to anti-LGBTQ initiatives and all this stuff. So that's a soundbite, and then I'll get into the more specifics. So I did my first live show in a while, like last week, for a product unboxing, but the quality was kind of low for that, I think. But I think for these like current event things, it could be nice to do live shows because I can actually say in the comments and you can bring up questions, anything you have as we talk. So let me know what you guys think. So the quick story is, okay. And first I just want to say, for me, if I am boycotting Coachella, it's the easiest boycott ever because it's not like I had like tickets or I had like a free trip there or anything like that and I sold it or I canceled it. Like I was not going. So it happened this past weekend and then the second weekend is coming up. So we're kind of like right in the middle of it right now. So yeah, it's kind of like when the Coalition of Immokalee Workers boycotted Taco Bell, and I used to hate Taco Bell. Now that I'm grown up and I realize how cheap it is, I don't hate it anymore because I'm like, I need cheap food. But they had a boycott on there and it was so easy for me to join the boycott because I was like, well, I hate Taco Bell. So I'm like, well, I wasn't going to Coachella, so sure, I'm boycotting it. But let's see what you guys think about like what we can do. Is a boycott the best thing or is it not? So Philip Anschultz is the owner of AIG Live, which is the company that owns Coachella. I was talking with my friend Liza last week, and she's actually going to the second weekend. And she's actually been going for 19 years, which is how long Coachella has been around for. So she's been going, and she was like in the music industry and stuff. So she's been going since it wasn't owned by them. So it was a smaller organization, and then it got bought by them, as often happens. The Downtown Doll says, Philip Anschultz, I suppose I mean, he donated $1 million to Elton John's AIDS Foundation. Stop spreading fake news. Okay, well, I'm not spreading fake news. I'm actually just about to say the facts. I didn't see that he donated $1 million to the AIDS Foundation. I would assume it was after all of this came out to help make his name look better. But that's great. Okay, so anyway, 39th richest person in America. He owns AEG Live, which is the second largest presenter of live music behind Live Nation. So thusly, why a boycott of Coachella is so difficult, or a boycott of this guy is difficult, because he owns so much. So you have probably, if you've gone to a concert, especially in California, you've probably at some point given money to one of these dudes' businesses. One of this dude's businesses. He owns the LA Kings, the LA Galaxy, the LA Convention Center, the Staples Center. And those were the biggest ones. But basically the second largest presenter of music behind Live Nation in the country. That's really big. So if you've gone to a concert, you might have gone to one of their concerts. So they have given money, among other anti-LGBTQ groups, two of the very worst ones, which are the Family Research Council, which they always name it these clever little names that you're like, oh, Family Research Council, they're just researching families, right? But, and sorry, there's so many names and there's so many acronyms, but I'll try to be as clear as I can and let me know in the comments if something wasn't. So the Southern Poverty Law Center, which is a group that fights hate groups, and they've been around fighting for equality since the days of the Civil Rights Movement in the 70s. They actually deemed the Family Research Council an extremist hate group. And so he has given money to them, to another one called the Christian something, I forget. It's another one of those that doesn't sound innately bad, but it really is. And so these organizations fight against LGBTQ rights. They especially fight trans rights, and for just any little thing that comes up in the news that you've heard of. Like one thing that was really famous was this business trying to deny service to LGBTQ couples for their wedding cakes. That was a really big famous thing. These organizations fight for those people's rights, so that they can discriminate against LGBTQ people. He's also donated, I don't know the specific organization for this one, but I have seen pro-gun thrown in with him, but I don't know the name of it, so I'm not going to say that. He's donated to anti-medical marijuana groups. I think he's from Colorado or lives there, but he's fought against the legalization and medical marijuana. Media companies owned by him promote climate change denial. They own a lot of media companies, so a lot of them help to spread not necessarily like an article that says, oh, climate change is fake, but they just spread this sort of idea that like maybe you should be suspicious of it. So yeah, those are the main things that Philip Schultz and his companies, AEG, not the insurance company, AIG, AEG Live have donated to. So as you guys probably know, Coachella is seen as this huge music festival out in the desert in California. It's sort of patterned after, I guess, Woodstock, which was the initial fabulous festival of freedom in our country or whatever, which I think has, like, a lot of people have discussed the corporatization of that as well, but I'm not against something being corporate or something making money. But if I am going to a festival that's all about music, freedom, love, and that's pretty much it, then I want to know that I'm not secretly giving that money to put another brick in the wall of this dude's house or whatever it is. So yeah, it's supposed to be this big, fabulous festival of freedom, especially just a place that can be comfortable for millennials and just all kinds of people that don't want to adhere to, you know, the societal norms that we're used to. Of course, a ton of money goes into it, and it's very expensive to go. I think for a ticket now, it's around $300 to $400. So it's not like you're out there just like planting flower seeds and singing kumbaya. It is definitely corporate. But I just think that, like, I do pay attention to these things. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm the most informed person in the world, but I do pay attention to these things. And I was shocked to find out about this. And it was from my sister. And she only saw it because Cara Delevingne posted that she was boycotting it on her Insta stories. So I just think that the lack of awareness of this and the hugeness of Coachella, and that it even takes over social media, not only if you're not, 1 second, not only if you're going, but it takes over everywhere. Because if you're not there, I guess people feel like they need to post why they aren't there or make it seem like they're funny for not being there or whatever. So they post things like Hochella, Homechella, like whatever, something Chella. Because everybody knows, like, it's almost as if everyone in our country that's on social media knows that this festival, this huge thing is going on. And of course, like this year, Beyonce's performing there, or she did perform. I think she can. So anywhere that she performs is going to have a lot of attention. So it's just this huge thing. And I think that it's like, it feels like something that would be in a movie or a Simpsons episode, of just how blatantly wrong it is, that a lot of us who would want to go there and who would want to celebrate and listen to music and feel freedom and feel like we're with our communities, we're the people that are trying to fight against all of these things that Philip Anschutz is giving his money to. And the problem is when tons and tons of people are giving, well, I mean, $400 isn't a little bit, but it's a small amount for each one person. When tons of them are giving their money to this, then it equals a little bit of fun for us, or a little bit spent for us, but such a much huger amount for the people who end up with all the billions. Oh, I also forgot to mention that the way that he and his family made their money in the first place was from, they made their fortune in oil drilling. So that's awesome. I got 8 people. If you're new, say hi in the comments so I can say hi to you. So yeah, I don't know. It was just like, what? This is flabbergasting. And then I started reading more into it, and I was just like, what? Not only does he give it to this organization, but all of these. I mean, you can just list everything. Like, this is not what we're trying to create in our country and in our world as a new generation and a new people that are just trying to spread love and spread equality. And that's something that it takes so much time, so much effort to do that, and then to just go and sort of negate all of that work by either paying to go, or if you are either paid to go or you're going for free, you're putting that you're putting your stamp of approval on it by going and posting, and you're glamorizing it. Especially if you're a celebrity, you're